Welcome back to another episode of Shoe Care Academy, powered by RESHOEVN8R. My name's Nick, and on today's menu, we have a special treat from our homies over at Common Hype. They used our drop-off cleaning service, which is located inside Many Worlds, which is right next door. It's our sneaker boutique and clothing store. They dropped off these Nocta Air Force 1 certified lover boys that are not completely cooked, but they're pretty trashed. I don't know what they did to these things. It looks like they might have dropped some Kool-Aid, or maybe they went and stomped around on some strawberries, or I don't know what. But they dropped these off for us to clean, so we are gonna go ahead and get them all nice and cleaned up. Now I have a question for you guys. What do you guys call Air Forces? Some people call them Forces, some people call them AF1s, some people call them Triple Whites, Uptowns, G-Fazos. I typically call them Triple Whites, but I wanna know what you guys like to call them. Vic, what do you call them?
It's an excellent question, Nick. Air Force Ones.
All right, there we have it. Age-old question answered. Vic Almighty calls them Air Force Ones. But anyways, let's get to cleaning them. All right, we got our cleaning station all set up. For this cleaning, I'm gonna be using the RESHOEVN8R Essential Kit. The Essential Kit includes our 4-ounce bottle of solution, microfiber towel, and our 3 brushes, which include soft, medium, as well as stiff. Now with this cleaning, I'm gonna be using a few extra products that are not included in the RESHOEVN8R Essential Kit, but they are available on RESHOEVN8R.com, which is the cleaning mat, the drying rack and bowl combo, as well as a shoe tree. Now we are only gonna be cleaning the right shoe for the video purposes, but since Bryson did use our drop-off cleaning service, we will clean the other shoe off camera so that way he can pick them up tomorrow. First step of this cleaning is gonna be removing the laces and then inserting the shoe tree. Okay, the shoe tree is inserted into the shoe. The purpose of this is to shape the sneaker during the cleaning, as well as provide a nice hard surface so that way you can scrub and get all the dirt and stuff out of the toe box without worrying about creasing up your toe box. The next step is getting 2 squirts of our solution into our bowl of water so that way we can get to cleaning. Also, I need to get rid of this. Now since the sneaker is made out of premium tumbled leather, we're gonna start using our soft bristle brush first. It's the softest brush that we offer in the Essential and Signature Kit. It's also available in our 3 brush pack, which is available online at RESHOEVN8R.com, but let's get to cleaning. When you're cleaning the sneaker, let the brush do the work. You don't need to be really forceful and shove the brush into the shoe to get it cleaned. Just move the brush around in a bunch of different angles and circular motions and back and forth to let the brush do the work for you. So I just finished my first pass on the uppers of this shoe using the soft bristle brush, but I noticed that the inside insole is dirty and it smells pretty bad. And since we're not gonna be using our laundry system on this one, I wanna clean the insole. So we're just gonna remove it, hit it with our soft bristle brush, maybe the medium bristle brush, depending on how clean we get it, let that air dry and put it back in. First pass of the uppers as well as the inside is done. The shoe looks great already as it was. It wasn't super thrashed or super dirty. It was just typically dirty from wearing a pair of shoes every day, like Bryson and Matt or whoever's these are from Common Hypes. So we're gonna move on to our next step, which is gonna be using our medium bristle brush. We're gonna use this on our hard rubber midsoles. Inside this, try to get the stitching. You can see there's some staining on there from whatever that red stuff was. So we're gonna try to get that out the best we can using our medium bristle brush. The medium bristle brush made quick work of this midsole. It wasn't super trashed and dirty, but it definitely cleaned it up and makes it look a lot nicer. It got a lot of that red out of the stitching, but there is still some staining on this stitching, so we might have to address that at a later time. Next, we're gonna hit this outsole. We're gonna be using our stiff bristle brush to go ahead and get all this dirt and gunk and everything else out of the bottom of this shoe, so that way he can go back out and hit the clubs and looking all super fresh. That's gonna take care of our outsole using our stiff bristle brush. Pretty much done with the treatment of this sneaker. It's looking way better than it did before. The last step I need to do is clean the laces. They've been sitting in this bowl of water this whole entire time. So we're just gonna get them cleaned up and then take the shoe outside and let it dry. Now these laces did have a bunch of red stuff all over them. So what I'm doing is I'm just going through and looking through the lace to see if the red stuff that was on these did come out in the solution. It looks like it did, so that I don't need to do anything else to them. I'm just gonna keep just kind of cleaning them, squeezing them dry, and we'll take them outside and let them dry. Now if you remember, all of these letters had a bunch of red stuff all inside. Now they're all nice and clean, so we can let these dry as well. Now we're gonna let the shoe sit outside and dry. In Arizona, it's currently 95 degrees outside. I don't think it's gonna take too long to dry. Another benefit of letting the shoe sit outside in the UV rays, it'll help brighten the whites of the shoe and also help de-yellow some of the yellowing that we saw on the soles of the shoe without even having to use any Sole Revive. We brought the shoe in from outside. It's been sitting outside for a few hours in the Arizona sun, so it nicely, evenly dried the shoe out for us versus leaving it inside. Also, the UV rays have helped brighten the whites of this shoe. The longer you let it sit out there, the brighter it'll kind of get the shoe, but there's always gonna be a limit to it. But it looks great the way it is. All we gotta do now is lace it up. And that's gonna bring us to an end on cleaning these Nocta Nike Air Force 1s. To achieve these results, we used our RESHOEVN8R Essential Kit. It provides quick and easy clean for sneakers that aren't necessarily trashed, but they're pretty filthy and dirty, naturally worn kind of shoes that you normally naturally would see. This kit includes your 4-ounce solution, your soft brush, your medium brush, your stiff brush, as well as a microfiber towel. Now we used the soft bristle brush on these premium tumbled leather uppers. Soft bristle brushes are great for your super delicate materials as well as leathers and also like this premium leather. We used the medium bristle brush on our midsole. One thing also I want to note on this sneaker versus standard Air Force 1, on the outside of the midsole it says "Love You Forever" instead of the standard Air. We used a medium bristle brush on that, and then on the bottom, on the outsoles, we used our stiff bristle brush. Another difference on this sneaker versus standard Air Force 1 is instead of stars on the toes and the heels, they've got little hearts. How cute. But also you can see we've got some heart loss up here on the toe, as well as some heel drag and heart loss down here. Now some other products I used in this video was our drying rack and bowl combo, the RESHOEVN8R cleaning mat, and this kit doesn't include them, but it's a great thing to have, RESHOEVN8R shoe trees. These are essential for putting in your sneakers to add shape, as well as give you a nice hard surface to scrub to get all that dirt off of your toe box. One other thing I want to use, since we did not use our RESHOEVN8R signature kit, which has our patented laundry system, they do still have a little bit of smell, which is normal from wearing them all the time. So one thing I am going to also use is the RESHOEVN8R deodorizing spray. So much better. Now, I also want to remind you guys to make sure you enter our giveaway. We are currently doing a giveaway for the month of May for hitting 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. We're giving you the choice of winning a Nike Off-White Air Jordan 1 UNC, Nike Off-White Air Jordan 5 sale, or a $1,000 gift card to our sneaker boutique next door at Many Worlds. All you gotta do is click the link in the description of this video to get entered into the giveaway. It's free, and we're gonna pick 3 separate winners. Also, stay tuned next week. We're gonna clean the Air Jordan 3 Reimagines. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was super helpful and I hope you get your shoes nice and clean. If you can, go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment, save, favorite, share, do all the things, and make sure you're subscribed. We drop 2 videos every single week. Mondays, we do Vicks, Customs and Restorations, and every Thursday with another video, Shoe Care Academy. Once again, my name is Nick, and I'm out.